Hey YouTube, it's Jen. This is my 4th week of doing a YouTube video. If you haven't watched my other videos, make sure you check them out. It'll give you a lot of information about my story and some tips of having some interesting workouts. First, I'm just going to start off with my update on my training actually, and then I'm going to get into a very short but fun topic I know everyone can relate to. Touching base with my training so far is doing pretty good. I did have a cheat meal. Well, I'm allowed to have one, but I had 2. Okay, 3. And that's not very good. A little disappointed. My boyfriend did the same thing. It was a pretty interesting week. We had socials, parties, Super Bowl. So as you can see, we were surrounded by food and didn't really have time to do grocery shopping. So it was more my fault. My planning was crappy and I probably could have done better. So that was my only bad thing that I did this week. But other than that, I've increased my strength. I am at 164 now. So since I've started, I think I've lost 6 pounds. Fat-wise and everything, I don't know. I know I am toning up. I need to do a little bit more, but I'll get there. But yeah, I've been increasing my strength, especially my shoulders. I know when I was with my trainer, she was like, so what was your max rep? Max rep. And I was like, for what exercise? And she said, the Arnold's. So this would be the Arnold shoulder workout. I forget the real name, but I told her my max was 20. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know. Everyone's different. And then she's like, okay, and then what was your, I guess, smallest weight or lowest amount? And I was like, 10. So she said, okay, you're going to do 10, 20, 20, and 25. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And surprisingly, I did it, and I was really shocked. And I realized the power of self-talk, actually, and this is my little discussion now, how important that is. And for anyone who trains, I think you probably understand how crazy that is, or if you guys want to relate and tell me your stories about self-talk. But for me, that was a really good moment, just knowing I'm actually capable of doing more than I think I even can. And a lot of people don't realize how much they can actually do. Or I think we are so scared of really pushing ourselves that we really underestimate our potential. And I don't think we even realize that we do it a lot more than we think, because I thought I was beasting it at the gym. I thought I was giving it like 100%, and obviously not. If I was able to push myself at that moment, I obviously can do a lot more. So I realized that. So anyone who's in the fitness industry, you'll understand self-talk is important. Anyone who's working now and they're like, I can't do this, can't do that, don't. You can. It's just you really need to influence your mind. I know I remember I had a boot camp session with my old trainer, and I remember her boyfriend, he was helping with the boot camp, and oh man, he made it tough. But all of us wanted to die, and he was like, do not let your mind just take over what you are doing. You control your mind. He said it a lot better, obviously, but my friend was working out too, and she just did amazing after that workout. And same for myself. So you really need to learn how to tell yourself you were going to do good. And sometimes you need to shut your brain a little bit. My brain kind of goes everywhere. And most people do too, or their brains don't do much. But overall, especially in the fitness industry, a lot of people can probably relate. You really, really, really need to focus. Sometimes you need to shut off your brain. But self-talk is important, saying I can or I will. Because you actually will. And if you say you can't, well then you can't. That's also with goal setting. I know goal setting helps, but yeah, there's a little topic today about self-talk, how I was able to do more than I thought for like all my workouts this week. If you are in the fitness industry or you're competing or you have any stories about self-talk that are a little bit more interesting than mine, leave them in the comments below. Or if you want another discussion you want to talk about, I can go in more detail with, or just some tips, tricks, not tips, yeah, tricks. Let me know. Just leave them in the bottom. please comment and subscribe. Also check out my website, and I'll see you guys next week with more updates, and we'll find a really cool discussion to talk about. See you guys!